Let me tell you of high adventure and a story of true heroism, a time when warriors came and went. It was many moons ago, more than you can count on your 8 fingers. The tribe marched from the frozen lands, after the skies had burned and the earth was scorched by the immortals' fire. The bear and the deer no longer roamed the steppes. The tribe marched until its sons grew old, died, and were replaced by the younger. Far beyond the mountains, away from the ice, the tribe built the largest of all camps. It grew and prospered until it had more suns than stars in the sky. It was Urud, our home. Then the chiefs became restless. One called Yogo the Fool discovered a knife shining blue and sharp as the elven tongue. No one had seen such a metal before. He said it came from the south, and he knew how it was made. Ungar Red Fist, Yellow Eyes chief stole the blade and took Yogo away. Thus started the Steel Wars. The tribe broke up in 3 hordes and fought until none could hold a club or throw a stone. Many clans fled, others died. The war went on for more winters than fleas on your hide. Then came King Lork, and his orcs, and his goblins, and his trolls, and his bugbears, hordes after hordes of them. They wiped out the warring chiefs, but there was still no knife to be found, and Yogo the Fool was long dead. So, King Lork left with his hordes and slaves to pull his wagons and war machines. They marched toward the sun for many moons. He conquered Norwold and ruled its mountains. Thus he created the mighty Great Horde. But still no one could find the blue knife. Meanwhile, another tribe left Urud. Another chief, one called Akila Khan, took his hobgoblins, goblins, and orcs and went to the warm winds. He conquered the steppes and built his empire. But still no one could find the blue knife. Akila Khan went past the mountains and found King Lork. Together they ravaged the Yellow Men's steppes and ruled as one fist of iron. Alas, no one there knew the secret of the blue knife. King Lork accused Khan, who rejected the fault back on him, and the war went on again. With the Yellow Men's help, Khan defeated the king, and his goblins fled south, his trolls to the east, and he to the west. There the mountains collapsed upon him, sealing the great horde in the deepest caverns. Many winters later, a new king rose from Urud, one called Chief Wogar. Word of the blue knife came from the west, and so he marched with his ogres, his orcs, his goblins, and his kobolds, the largest tribe ever seen. They came upon a large sea in the plain where the great shaman made a prophecy. The blue knife would be at the end of a trail where 4 tribes meet. Then his gree fell into the water and drifted slowly south. The tribe followed. Many fathers died, food was scarce, and no tribe was found. The ogres of Ogormore accused the great shaman of making false prophecies and killed him. Thus parted Ogormore from Wogar, after fighting the Battle of Khuzud, taking the great shaman's treasure along. Wogar went on and died of old age. Still, no one ever found the blue knife. The tribe reached a land of water and headed east along the shore. The son of Wogar took over, and then his son, and then the son of his son. the tribe of Wogar reached the land of grass, where the buffalo roams and humans ride horses. Easy was victory. Their horses were no match to our wolf riders. There, they learned the way of the feathers and the use of the bow. But still no one found the blue knife. The last of the Wogar died. 3 hordes parted, one to the hills in the south, the other east to the mountains of the half-men, past the swamp, and the last to the north, returning to Urzud. It is they who found the old secret. It is they who made the prophecy come true. There in the Broken Lands, 3 other tribes had come. 3 tribes from Urzud reached the end of the quest. Yes, children, the great horde found a way back to the surface. And the sons of Akila Khan were there along with the ogres of Ogormore. They gathered around a great rock and found a grave. There they found the sacred knife, a blade longer than your arm and shining blue. It was a sign. A skull from the standard of each tribe was cracked open, and Arky poured into them. The chiefs drank the magic potion to the last drop, and the truce was declared. Thus ended the quest for the blue knife. After the truce, the tribes built a great temple to the immortals. To thank them for the blue knife, they built it on top of the large rock above the old grave. Then the Broken Lands were declared sacred ground. As the seasons passed, many clans remained near the temple to serve the great shaman and worship the immortals. It wasn't too long before they dug holes and tunnels in the rock, enough to hold a large horde. The great shaman blessed the rock and named it Oinkmar, first true city the tribes built. Life went on elsewhere. Akila Khan's sons parted and formed 2 tribes, Hobgobland and Yellow Orkia, on the east side of the Broken Lands. Of King Lork's trolls, a few remained after a long trek underground. They called themselves the Grim Rippers and founded Trollhättan in the center of the Broken Lands. Wogar's descendants separated into 2 tribes, the Kobolds of Kol on the southern border and Red Orklan next to Kol. Ogormore kept the lands on the western side and built great fortresses there to protect their treasures. Of the great horde, bugbears founded Bugberbia. On the northern border, goblins chose their own king in High Gobliny, and the orcs established Orcus Rex on the northwest. Finally, gnolls claiming to be descendants of the Black Moon Horde took the remaining space between Yellow Orkia and Kol. Some dark years followed and the tribes warred again. Some clans claimed they discovered the secret of the blue knife, and again chiefs were out to obtain it by force or fear. Massacres followed vengeance, disease, and famine. One day the moon disappeared and the land shook. Many caves collapsed, sealing the doom of entire hordes. But worse, the rock of Oinkmar sunk into the depths, surely by the wrath of the immortals. Never again did it return. Word came that dwarves had the secret of the blue knife. Immortals had given us a sign. Our goal was to retrieve the secret from Rockholm. Another long war started. In the following years, chiefs and kings rose and fall. But the tribes never really moved from their territories. Among greatest chiefs were Queen Udbala and Big Chief Sitting Drool. Udbala was a goblin hero, a chosen one. At the worst of times, when dwarves threatened to invade, she united the tribes and forged the new great horde. she lead the great horde south and rallied other tribes of goblins and gnolls. From there she spread the fear of the tribes among humans, and finally attacked the dwarves at Sardal Pass. Many tribesmen died, many dwarves followed. So great was our victory that we took slaves, keepers of the Blue Knife's secret, and left to conquer other lands. Old tribes returned to the Broken Lands, while other clans separated to go south. Queen Udbala left the tribe at the end of the battle. She went on to the land of immortals to lead their heroic hordes forever. Later, Big Chief Sitting Drool united the tribes again. A new menace was rising to the south. Humans built a city at the gates of our sacred lands, surely a menace to our tribes. Sitting Drool besieged the city, ransacked it, took many slaves, and massacred human armies that followed him into the hills. These were great years. Later he was captured, but humans could not keep him long. They let him go for a small price, a few slaves. They had a treacherous plan. He was assassinated by human adventurers shortly after his departure. A deed they will pay for. The tribes broke up again in a war of succession. Many long years passed on that saw more massacres. Then came Thar of Orcus Rex. He had the knowledge of the immortals. His hordes crushed all the others, and he became King Thar. Today the tribes wait for his word to invade the south or the north. Our hordes are ready and powerful. In his great wisdom, our king has passed his knowledge on, and now all the tribes must follow his law. When you are older, your chieftain will teach you the code of Thar. Always follow the law. If you are a chosen one, you shall prevail. The weak shall obey or die.